Hello, everybody. It is a Wednesday. Let me see if I can go live over here on Instagram. And there's the button. Yay, it worked. How is everybody? It's a wonderful Wednesday. Here we are wrapping up summer, starting to think of the fall, starting to think of making for the holidays, dare I say. Which way do I want to move this so it's not in the camera? Sorry. So yes, smash that like button. Smash it if you like and follow, subscribe. It's all great. Great to see you, Chris. You're in preschool, or granddaughter's in preschool now, so now you can join us live again. Whoop whoop. It is great to see everybody here. Hi, Dawn. Hi from Puerto Rico. Okay, let me click here on Instagram so I can start to see those comments. So if you're on Instagram, make sure you're saying hi, hello. Don't forget that when you're on Instagram, I can't see your name. So go ahead and throw your name in there, or I'll just say hi from wherever you're from, whatever you want to do. The cardi behind me, this is not a cardigan. This is actually a shawl. It was from our Shoreline collection. So if you go ahead and you search for Shoreline on the website, you'll be able to find all of the shawls in there. This one was in there, and this one. This one is called the Malibu Wrap, and for right now, I cannot think of what this is called for the life of me. I know we talked about it last time, but it's there. You'll see it. You'll know it when you look at it. Just search for Shoreline on the website. Hi, Elaine from Indiana, and Cindy is here, and Patty is here, and we've got Dublin, Ireland. Oh my gosh, that is so much fun. Hi, Jen. Good morning from San Antonio. It is great to have you guys all here. Hi, Cheryl from Missouri. It is great to have you guys all here. Okay, so I have a special guest today. We're going to bring her in. We're going to start chatting. We got lots to chat about today, and it's a brand new crochet along that we want to tell you about, which I'm so excited. I don't know about you, but I sure love a good crochet along, especially when it starts now. And I know I'm going to have it done in time for the holidays. So here we go. Today, we have Erin of Juniper and Oaks. Hi, Erin.
Hello, Katelyn. Hello, everybody.
It is so great to have you here today. Thank you for joining us.
It's really good to be on here with you chatting. We met in person a few months ago, and it's just fun to chat over here on the internet.
Yeah, I know. It's so funny because most of the people that I know, we only ever chat over the internet, either video calls or texting or emailing or things like that. And then you get the chance to meet in person, and it's like so cool. It's like, oh, you are a real person.
Exactly. Appreciate that.
Yeah. So today we have you here to talk about a brand new crochet along that you have going on. But before we jump into that, let's take a minute. For those of you who don't know who Erin is, let's just rewind a second. Let's talk about how you got started in the crochet industry, and kind of what you've been doing while you've been here.
Sure, that sounds great. So I learned how to crochet when I was a little bitty. My mom, she taught me how. She used to crochet rag rugs and scarves for us when we were in like school age kids. And so I would have her teach me how to crochet, and then I'd forget. And then a year later, I'd say, hey, teach me how to crochet. And I'm kind of back and forth like that for a while. Then in high school, one of my best friends, she knew how to knit and crochet, and she started a crochet knitting club in high school.
Oh,
Um,
cool.
yeah, back before it was like super cool.
Yeah.
And we were just the old grandmas at school, and so then I really like honed my skills and learned how to do good edging and all that. And in college, I taught some of my wingmates so that we could crochet together and watch Gilmore Girls. Uh,
Nice.
and then just kind of would just transform from there. Like when I graduated college, wanting to learn different stitches and like cables and things like that to amp up my game. And then enter motherhood, and I wanted to do some sort of other hobby. So I started Juniper and Oaks, my business. And I was going to sell at craft fairs. And I quickly realized I do not like making the same thing over and over again. I do not like taking custom orders. I just like being my own boss and like designing something, making something, and then, okay, put that aside and start on something new and just kind
Right.
of have that revolving door like that. So I started my business in 2019, started designing in 2020, and here we are 4 years later. and I've got this beautiful cowl for you.
Yeah, yeah. I have to say too, I know you've done a lot of things, but recently a lot of what we're seeing is this beautiful mosaic crochet that you're working on. I know you just recently did a blanket before this. Now you've got this gorgeous blanket coming out. So it's definitely a new technique that maybe some people haven't done before, but you're going to fall in love with it, especially the way that it's done. It's not hard, even though it's multiple colors. It's fairly simple to do. Before we move into that and sharing about the blanket, let me just say there's a couple extra people that are here. We have Cynthia from Connecticut that is saying hi. Oh no, Susan from Tennessee has COVID, and so she's resting and crocheting. Well, Susan, this is the project for you. You can use this to just be your rest time. Hi, Patty. Great to have you here. We also have Irene from the Netherlands. Oh, no, I think it was hi, Erin. I'm Marja from the Netherlands. Sorry about that. We also have a Patty. She says, I love doing mosaic, and she's working on a mosaic project right now. And hi, Karen, as well. So we have over here Kindness Peace Crochet on Instagram is saying that your story is the story of her life, except for the designing part of it. But yeah, I think we all have a similar story. Well, maybe not all of us, but a lot of us do, where we learn, we stop doing it, we go back to it, we try to teach others. Like, it's always that progressive thing. And then there's something that happens that just makes it stick. And it's like, I can't ever put yarn down now. It's just not going to happen.
Not gonna happen. I'm addicted. I can't stop.
Yes. Yes. So, okay. So the crochet along that is starting, hold on, let me put that link in here. So nope, not that one. If you are over here and you are watching on Facebook, now I just lost the link. Hold on. It's right here. I can copy it. Don't worry. Copy link. Sorry, sometimes talking and posting at the same time. I miss Janice. Janice used to be my link person, and she retired, and I'm so sad that now I have to do my own links and like do it while I'm talking. And
It's first
anyway,
multitask.
so sorry guys. Anyway, so there's the link for the crochet along. If you are following on Instagram, go ahead and follow Juniper and Oaks. That's where you'll be able to see all the information, click through, find the links, all of that. Okay, so the crochet along just started or just was announced, and it's making that beautiful blanket that you have behind you. So why don't you tell us like what your inspiration was for this project, how many sections it is, when does it officially start? Let us know some of the details.
All the details. Okay, so this is the Mosaic Gingerbread Blanket crochet along. I just announced it really officially on Monday. I've been kind of sneaking peeks because people have been asking, what are you doing this winter? This is my 4th winter crochet along, so people kind of expect something around this time. So I just announced it, and it officially is going to start on September 16th, so that gives people enough time to gather their yarn and their hooks and figure out kind of a plan. Are they going to do theirs in the same colors as mine, same yarn as mine, or kind of get creative and do something different? There are 12 sections total, so it'll be 12 weeks along, and I'm going to release a section week by week until it's like the beginning of December. We're going to finish off with an envelope border on the end. And a lot of the sections do repeat themselves, but it takes a bit of time to do one section at a time. So I think 1 week will give people enough time to do it without being like, this is their life forever and ever, is
Right.
making this so the sections are going to be free on my website that you have shared. And just week by week, the new section is going to be kind of put in there and with the instructions on what to do. If you want, you can buy the whole pattern right now. And if you buy it right now, you have access to it, the complete thing, forever and ever. No ads and all that nonsense. So the technique is overlay mosaic crochet. And this, it's a really fun, and I think one of the easiest color work techniques you could do with crochet. It doesn't look easy. It looks intricate. It looks like, oh my goodness, I could never ever do that.
Yeah.
I always like to share people the back of a mosaic pattern. I'm going to use this blanket. You can kind of see it's basically just stripes. So for mosaic crochet, you're just using one color per row, and you're using single crochet and double crochet stitches. You're using double crochet, and you're going to kind of go down below to hide the color you don't want to see in the stripe. So you get these beautiful designs instead of just stripes.
Right.
And I have video tutorials and everything to walk you through that. So if this is your first time ever hearing about mosaic crochet, don't worry, I got you. We can do this blanket together.
Yeah.
Then for this gingerbread blanket, people have been asking, how do we make it reversible? Because not everybody just wants those stripes on the back. Sometimes people think the back looks just as good as the front. Other people were like, I'd really rather make this double-sided.
Right.
So this year we've made it double-sided.
Whoa!
Surprise! And this, we just added an extra stitch configuration, and I walk you through that as well. The instructions that I give you in the CAL are for the regular version, and then I also have a tutorial on how to turn any of my charts into reversible stitches.
Love it. We've got a lot of comments here coming in, like Chris saying the blanket is amazing, and Susan is saying that it is beautiful. So yes, lots of people are loving what this is looking like. I have to agree. I think it's really cute. And I love it too because, it's winter-esque, but it's not necessarily like Christmas. And that's where I run into a lot of like, do I want to make this? Do I not want to make this? Because I feel like if it's like truly Christmas or truly something, I can only use it for a short period of time. And then it's like, okay, put it away. But when it's like a winter theme, then I can use it all winter and not feel like weird or guilty about using something that's kind of off season, you know?
Yeah, I get that. I feel that a lot, especially because these blankets tend to stay at my house, like in my house, all over the place.
Yeah.
You want it to be something that's just versatile.
Right. We do have a comment here, which I think this is a really great idea. That from C Wolfpack is saying, I would love to make an oversized version in a really woolly wool and felt it for a super thick, warm lap blanket for my mom. How cool would that be?
Awesome. That would be so cool.
Yeah.
It's really cool because this pattern, like, it comes in charts, and I have written instructions with it. But if you add 48 stitches or take away 48 stitches, you can make the blanket bigger or smaller as much as you want. So you can definitely make
I
it
love that.
oversized and repeat the sections as much as you want, and you get it done. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so there is a question here about, can the pattern be done in DK? So we should say that the yarn that was used for this pattern is the Mighty Stitch yarn from We Crochet. It is a worsted weight yarn. And so Trish is asking, can it be done in DK so it's not so thick? Because they're in Florida.
That makes a whole lot of sense. I think that the blanket definitely can be made up in DK. There's no problem with that. Just the dimensions might get a little bit skewed and will be smaller, of course. But I know that a lot of mosaic crocheters love to use DK, and then they tend to transfer my blankets. Instead of using worsted weight, they do DK, and they love it, no problem. Sometimes people do add extra stitches and add extra repeats so that they can make it bigger. And that's no problem at all. You can just have fun and be creative as you want. If you want to use bulky, like, go for it. It'll, just the only thing that'll change is the dimensions.
Right. And so it will also change how much yarn you're going to need. So you may want to swatch first to see what that difference is so that you'll know how much bigger or how much smaller it might end up being when you're finished, because that's always good to know. I mean, blankets, yes, are a lot more forgiving, but in this case, when you're going to have like the images in there, maybe you're going to say, oh, I don't want my gingerbread man to be so short or so large. I don't know. But yeah, definitely. Yeah. Oh, or here's another suggestion. Use a larger hook with the yarn to make a little bit lacier. I think you might need, again, to swatch on that because how the way mosaic works, it may make it look sloppy. I guess that's the best way to say it, but you kind of need tight stitches in mosaic to keep the images nice and crisp. And I'm not saying like tight, like super tight tension, but it needs to be very even. You don't want it to be super lacy. Mosaic just is a denser fabric. That's just kind of the nature of it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know exactly what I'm talking about here. I just lost my train of thought. But what other questions do we have?
So there's not too many other questions, just a lot of people saying that they love it. Samantha is saying that crochet really helps to calm her anxiety. So she's so excited to see this brand new, beautiful pattern to try out. I mean, I can't get over the fact that it is reversible because I've done the mosaic crochet before. I've never done it reversible. So I'm very intrigued by this to like figure that out and work it out in my mind because, you know, as you're saying, there's always like those rows on the back of striping, which has never bothered me because I've done it with like cardigans, I've done it with blankets, and it just is what it is.
Mhm.
But yeah, so I'm really excited about the reversible aspect of it.
Yeah, and it is talking about it someone was explaining it to me, and I'm like, "Okay, I can't really wrap my mind around that." And so I was like, "Oh, I just have to do it. I just have to swatch something," and I did it, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is easy." So just really anytime that you have a single crochet above an X, you do the negative stitch, and
Yeah.
it's pretty yeah, I got tutorials and stuff for you guys, no problem.
Yeah, I love that too, so that you can follow along with a video tutorial. You can see what's going on, see how to do it. You'll get walked right through all the steps, which makes it great. Going back to the yarn that we said it was Mighty Stitch. So we have some really good news and some not so great news all at the same time. We put together some bundles or a bundle so that you can go ahead and you can purchase the yarn for this. There'll be a link in the blog post. You can also check it out on our site. But red is sold out until next week, fingers crossed, pending no like tractor trailer trucks fall over or something like that. It's supposed to be here next week. So you don't have to wait long. It's coming. But you will see the bundle available. It just says notify me. So you can fill in your information and get notified as soon as it's available to purchase. And then you'll be able to get the bundle. Or you can go ahead and play around with colors too, because there's so many different beautiful colors with the Mighty Stitch that you can go ahead and kind of pick what you want. I mean, in your blanket, you have 3 colors, correct?
Yep, I got 3 colors. There's the Love Letter, Mighty Stitch I mean, not Mighty Stitch, it's the yarn. Love Letter, Cream, and Palomino.
Right. So, I mean, you could add in more colors if you wanted to. I mean, I don't think you could necessarily do, I mean, I guess you could do 2 colors, only 2 colors, but you need at least 2, one for the background and one for the different shapes that are there, the different images.
Exactly. Yeah, I chose these colors because we got candy canes that are
Yeah.
red and white, and then, gingerbread is kind of tanny color, so
Yeah.
you can do whatever you want. You can get creative, you don't have to use the same colors. I usually people post pictures in my Facebook group of their blankets that they're making, and a lot of times I'm like, "Oh, man, I wish I would've designed it in their colors," 'cause
Yeah.
sometimes people get so creative, and it just ends up being so beautiful.
Yeah. We have Joan here who is saying that they already bought the pattern because they want to make the reversible. Yay! So, and we should remind everybody that if you want the reversible instructions, you do need to buy the PDF. Otherwise, I think you said there's going to be a tutorial, but you'll have to like basically figure it out yourself then or work through it yourself. Where if you buy the PDF, it'll all be there for you.
It's all wrapped up nice and neat for you.
Yeah.
So it just kinda depends on what kinda learner you are and if you wanna do work with your brain or just read a pattern.
Yeah. Yeah. No, we really love it. So, and let's remind everybody that the information is live on the blog. We put the link in here. I can go ahead and stick it in here again, just in case. You can go and check out everything for the crochet along, but it doesn't actually start until, oh no, I'm going to get it wrong. The 16th or the 18th?
The 16th.
The 16th. Okay, I was right the first time. So you'll actually start getting the first section on the blog on the 16th to start working. So you have from now until the 16th to figure out the colors you want to do, figure out what you're going to do, and get started on the 16th. Ooh, here's a good one. I think I might make the leaning stripe section, so like the in between strip there, in a forest green for holiday
Okay.
colors. Love that.
Yes. I think that would be that would be beautiful.
That would.
You could even change the colors of these I call these the doodads. I didn't know what else they were called, just little doodads. You could change the color of those.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
excited to
there's
see
so
what
many
people.
possibilities of what you could do. I mean, you could even make it a scrappy blanket. Maybe, you keep your gingerbread men in the gingerbread-ish color and you keep the candy canes in the red and white stripe, but everything else you could kind of just mix and match and play around with it and have some fun.
Use your stash.
Yes. Yes. We always love that. And we should say too that Mighty Stitch is a really amazing yarn. I have it right here. So Mighty Stitch is a worsted weight. There are 208 yards in every ball. This one here is called Fairy Tale. So it's more of a purpley color than what is the love letter. And these are 80% acrylic, 20% super wash wool. So you can still throw these in the wash machine with the blanket, which is really amazing. But you've got this wonderful amount of wool in here. It's so soft. It's just, I don't know. I love Mighty Stitch. I think it's amazing.
It
I
was
mean,
one of the first weave crochet yarns that I worked with, and
oh
so
yeah,
I really wanted to, yeah, that was, like, part of my story of why I chose it for this time, because I just have always wanted to use it again,
yeah.
and this is a great opportunity to do that.
I love it. Yeah. I mean, it's a great yarn. You could go all acrylic if you wanted to. You could go all wool if you want to, but I really like this because it does bring in the properties of the acrylic that you can throw it into the wash machine. You don't have to worry about that, but it does have the wool in it, which is going to keep it a little bit more on the warmer side. So that could be an option too if we're talking about making it for Florida. Think about what fiber type you're using, which is also going to make a difference in how warm your finished blanket is going to be.
Exactly. Hey, I know I've had some questions from my people about using red and if the colors are going to bleed. I have yet to wash my blanket, but do you have any insight on that?
So, I mean, honestly, we can't ever say like with 100% guarantee that it's not going to happen. There's always the possibility that something happened with a certain dye batch that is going to cause a problem, but we do our best to always make our colors color fast so that they don't have a bleeding. But it has been known that things have sometimes been a bad batch. But if you're nervous, wash your swatch the way you're going to do it, and that'll tell you exactly what's going to happen. I know sometimes people put in, oh, I forget what they're called, but they're like a little, like a dryer sheet type thing that you
Yeah.
throw in, and it helps absorb any of the extra color that might come off of anything for dark jeans, for red things, for whatever else.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do that is swatch it, and then I do have a couple of those, whatever they're called, the color
Yeah,
catchers or whatever.
yeah. Color catchers. Yes, thank you, Julia.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So that's always an option too. We have somebody here, Brat's mom, saying, "I bought my ebook yesterday. Woohoo!"
Woo!
So yeah, go ahead, grab it now. If you're not ready to jump in and buy the ebook, it's okay. You can go ahead and get the pattern for free. Every week, the new pattern will launch. And then you'll be able to follow along. So you'll have a week to finish each section. If you don't finish it, like Erin's not going to be like, okay, you're done. Like you're out. Don't even bother.
Yeah.
Just keep catching up and everything else. But there'll be a new section each week so you can continue to move along for 12 weeks. So that's 3 months. So that'll be done in plenty of time to be able to gift this for the holiday if you're looking for that, or use it yourself for the holiday too. So Dawn also got her ebook. Yay! We're so excited.
I always like to pack my ebooks full of, like, goodies and all of that, like, I know you're, like, investing in me as a designer, so I wanna make it worth your time, so that's why this year I have the regular version and the reversible version, and then there's other fun things in there, like, I have a coloring page, a word search, and a crossword puzzle that all have to do with the CAL. I was like, "I'm just
Nice.
gonna have fun with this." And but then I also like to make it accessible for everybody. If you don't have enough money and it's not in your budget to buy crochet patterns, that's just fine, and I like to give that option, the free on the blog version. So,
Yeah.
I just want to be there for my crocheters around the world, no matter, their income level or whatever. It's for
Yeah.
you guys.
Love it.
Um, and there was another thing. Anyway, oh, like you were saying, the pattern, once the section is on the website, it's gonna be on there forever and ever. So There's no pressure there. But if you join my Facebook group, like, we have accountability there, because sometimes you feel like, "Well, if it's there forever and it's not like this, oh no, I gotta hurry up and do it." Some
Right.
people don't end up doing it because they don't have the pressure. But in my Facebook group, we just keep each other accountable, and as each section goes along, just encouraging each other and all that, and you can do it.
I love it. Somebody just asked about seeing the full blanket. Let me see here. I know that, no, that, mm, hold on. I should be able to share my screen here, but I clicked the wrong button. Of course I did. Let's see. This one? I think it's this. Yes, I got it. Okay, here we go. So this is what's on the website. So again, if you head on over to Juniper and Oaks, you'll be able to see a photo here of the full blanket. And here you can see the front side and the reverse side. I mean, there really isn't a wrong side and a right side with this blanket because of the reversibility here. But you can see the difference in how it looks. So obviously on one side, it's more of the white background. And on the reverse side, you have more of a color background with the images coming through in that cream color. It is so beautiful. And the edging on it is really great. I think you guys are all going to love this. And again, play around with the color that you're using to make this blanket. It's going to be fabulous. I love it so much. Are there any other full photos in here? Oh, there we go. So here's another one held up a little more. You can see more of the gingerbread houses there. So it's really, really beautiful. You can go ahead and scroll through here, see all the different photos of the blanket. I think you're going to love it.
You are gonna love it. I can't believe I designed it. I mean,
Oh,
those pictures, like the one of me holding it up, I'm like, "Oh my gosh, it's
yeah.
mine."
It's beautiful. Yeah. Oh, yes. Thank you so much for sharing. It's so lovely. It really is.
Keep it
Well, thank
coming,
you.
you guys. You're really boosting my ego right now.
Thank you so much for joining us today. Don't forget to go ahead and follow Juniper and Oaks over on Instagram. Sign up for her newsletter so that you get all the information. We did put the link over here in Facebook and YouTube so that you can go ahead and go right to the blog where all the information is. Remember to go ahead and grab your supplies right now, and it's going to officially start on the 16th that you can start stitching along with everybody else and having so much fun. So we hope you'll start making the projects. Tag us in them if you are so we can see what you're working on. Make sure to tag Juniper and Oaks so Erin can see as well. We absolutely love getting to see what all of your different creations are. So thanks so much, Erin, and everybody else. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.